think it takes a kind of vision to be able to do this sort of thing. Gregoire has that vision. We had our own vision, and the two matched rather nicely. And so we were able to ultimately come up with a plan here that works really well for this place. Our reasons were ecological, that we are interested in preserving natural sites.
The goals of creating these wetlands is to increase biodiversity, so we have a wide diversity of species that we attract from amphibians, benthic invertebrate that lives in the water that will feed the food chain. And then this summer we had lots of dragonflies, so they've been laying their eggs, so maybe next year hopefully we'll have more. And the other goal also for us is mosquito mitigation. We're creating habitat for a wide diversity of predators, so we have habitat for the dragonfly, again, both at the larval stage will eat a lot of mosquito larvae, and as an adult they're the hunters of the hawks of the insect world. So, and then creating habitat for the swallows that will eat a lot of mosquitoes, and the bat houses as well. We find in these restorations is we actually have less mosquitoes than what the conditions before were, before we had a flooded field. So dragonfly needs a 2-3 years life cycle in the water, so they don't have time. They cannot breed in these flooding fields because the water's gone. And we're also attracting species at risk like the western toad, and we have the Columbia spotted frogs. Western painted turtles came for a visit as well, so I'm very excited about that. And then we put up a lot of bird boxes, nesting box for the swallows, and there was a gray blue heron that was observed here on the wetland. And obviously the deers have been walking through the land, and the bear, we just saw the sign of the bear was been visiting as well. So there's a wide diversity of species that are using the wetland already, even if it's very young.
In the larger scheme of things, this is also, in a tiny way, part of our contribution to climate mitigation and forest fire mitigation. Because when you have this sort of environment and there are those dangers all around you, this will stay wet and damp at least during the fire season and the drought season. It'll provide a safe place for all kinds of things, including us.
And the same with the flood, so we're trying to store water up higher in the watershed, although we're still in the bottom valley, but we're much higher than the lower Slocan by Crescent Valley. So the more we can store water along the watershed, the more we're mitigating flooding downstream. It's all part of a larger kind of a plan that we have to restore many of these zones along the river. One small project doesn't make a large change in the whole valley, but if we're able to add more, of these projects around, we'll see some of these local changes for sure.